the son of perdition, the son of destruction, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he sits as God in the temple, in the person who has been saved by God, showing himself that he is the Trinity, that God is the Trinity. Do you not remember that when I was still with you, I told you these things? And now you know what is restraining, that he may be revealed in his own time. For the mystery of lawlessness is already at work. You see that? So it's already at work. It's been at work. It was at work when Paul wrote this. Only he, that is the Lord, who now restrains, will do so until he is taken out of the way. As in, only God, who now restrains, will do so until God is taken out of the way. As in, God is restraining the full effect, the full force of perdition, of destruction coming into the world. Until he gets out of the way, it's going to be limited. And then we're going to see all that end time stuff. For the mystery of lawlessness is already at work. Only he who now restrains will do so until he is taken out of the way. Until he removes himself from the situation and just lets the devil, the son of perdition, have carte blanche, so to speak, in the world. Verse 8, and then the lawless one will be revealed. The lawless one, the son of perdition, the one who makes himself God, who opposes and exalts himself through this thing called the Trinity, who makes himself God above our God, who diminishes our God. He makes himself God through this trick, through this sleight of hand of getting you to believe that your God is this people, when in fact you're believing in someone who's telling lies about him, just like he did there in the garden. You can be just like God. Adam, you, Eve, you, and me, the three of us. We can all be as gods. Then the lawless one will be revealed, whom the Lord will consume with the breath of his mouth and destroy with the brightness of his coming. The coming of the lawless one is according to the working of Satan, with all power, signs, and lying wonders, and with all unrighteousness, deception among those who perish, because they did not receive the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Now this is another scary thing. I want to share that I know God is in control of this, and Satan can't do anything unless he allows it. God is seeking those to worship him in spirit and truth, those who love the truth. So it's going to go on and talk about how God is going to send strong delusion. But before I get to that, the strong delusion, think about it. Supernatural things, lying signs and wonders. I'll get that backwards. I want to make sure I get it right. With all power, signs, and lying wonders. All power, signs, and lying wonders. Could Satan do things where it would be that everything you hear, virtually everything you hear from everyone, not just entertainment, culture, government, education, but out of most pulpits, or at least many pulpits, people reading out of Bibles would read these things, that supernaturally the son of perdition, the spirit of destruction in the world, could cause these things to be. Because we know, just as God does all the good things in their perfect sense, he offers friendship, brotherhood, fatherhood, love, acceptance, all these things that we desire and crave from each other and do our best to give to others. He offers them in their perfect sense. Well, the devil offers evil in its perfect sense. So you can look at something like 1984, the famous book by George Orwell. And in that story, this man Winston was in charge of rewriting history. And whenever he had to rewrite history, he would take the real history, or whatever the former thing was, which might have already been corrupted and changed, and he would throw it down what was called the memory hole, which was just a furnace. He threw it down there to be burned up and forgotten. Well, obviously, there could be all kinds of things missed in that. There could be books out there. But what if supernaturally, the devil, who basically authors ideas like that and puts them in men's heads, could actually supernaturally change these things? Because all these lies in the world are of the devil. It's just they're represented and manifested as supposedly health concerns and all this. These things are all lies. If you take in media, all you see is lies. There is nothing but lies. It's either 100% lies or it's tainted by lies. How can it be that uniform? How can it be so 100% lies regarding basic things, fundamentals about your health? Everything you are told is upside down and backwards. Everything is a lie. Everything is there to hurt you. Everything is there to destroy you and kill you, make you sick. None of it is there to give you any sense of well-being or confidence. None of it. That's why no one has any. Because it's all there as a construct of the devil. That's why. Because he actually does these things. He actually knows how to do these things. And he does it in such an effective way that it's convincing and it's understandable to believe these lies unless you have the Spirit of God. Because the Spirit of God is the only thing, logic and rational thought and all that isn't going to penetrate it. To a certain extent it might for a while, but eventually it's going to be so overwhelming that the only thing that's going to keep you in the truth is going to be the Spirit of your God dwelling in you, because it's going to be so few that'll see it. There's no way you could hang on without the Spirit. So